Sharon, what I could have done better is a lot of things. 100%.
His punches, where, you know, like the first few rounds, he throws very few punches.
He's just measuring. He's a computer, man.
Yep.
He's just getting the data on you, faking you, taking pictures of everything you're doing. Then
People will criticize you for going 6 rounds with Jake Paul. How do you feel about that?
I deserve it.
Why? Come on.
Because, like, we're elite fighters.
Joe Rogan appeared genuinely caught off guard after Anthony Joshua reportedly revealed what really goes on behind the scenes of a Jake Paul fight agreement. What many fans see as a simple crossover boxing match was described as something far more calculated and tightly controlled. As Joshua allegedly broke down the contract details, specific rules, restrictions, and behind-the-scenes influence, Rogan's reaction made it clear just how revealing the information was. This wasn't only about skill inside the ring, it was about business leverage, fighter protection, and narrative control. Once you hear this perspective, it becomes easier to understand why many seasoned boxers have quietly chosen to avoid stepping into the ring with Jake Paul.
On that stage,
Yeah?
and you hear him saying everything he says, bearing in mind the journey you've been on, everything you've done, do you just think this guy's deluded?
Nah. Look. An amateur coming into the game with no experience, he's taking on some good names. They may be old, they may be from different combats in terms of MMA and so on, but he's got in the ring at a decent level, fought Tommy Fury and so on, so he believes in himself. I take it seriously, I respect it.
Yeah, but they're levels. Come on, AJ.
Yeah, there are, but it's all about on the night. The levels that I carried last year and the year before and the year after that will not win me this fight. What will win me this fight is performing on the night, and I have to respect my opponent. If I underestimate him, I give him a chance, and that's all.
The fight, promoted as Judgment Day, was scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Anthony Joshua entered as the clear favorite, supported by his elite experience and a decisive physical advantage. Standing 6'6" and weighing around 243 pounds, Joshua towered over Jake Paul, who weighed in at roughly 216. The opening rounds were cautious, with both fighters picking their moments and feeling out the pace. As the bout progressed, Joshua began to take control and impose his power. By the 5th round, the gap was evident, as Joshua knocked Paul down multiple times, highlighting the difference in class and strength.
Anthony Joshua. Paul was sturdy for the first couple of rounds, but as the fight went on, the more experienced Joshua began to take control. After continuously connecting in the 5th round, it was only a matter of time before it was over. In the 6th, Joshua went on to knock out Paul with a big right hand. Joshua improved his career record to 29-4 now. Paul loses for the 2nd time in his career to go along with.
Jake Paul entered the matchup with a safety-first game plan built around constant movement. His strategy relied on speed, footwork, and non-stop motion to stay out of Anthony Joshua's power range for as long as possible. Before the fight, Paul explained that his goal was to circle the ring, keep his distance, and force Joshua to chase him, hoping to wear the former champion down and make it through all 8 rounds. Paul and his team were clear that avoiding a clean power shot was the top priority. Instead of trading punches, they trusted his conditioning, angles, and movement to minimize risk. The plan was simple: stay mobile, frustrate Joshua, make him miss, and avoid direct exchanges with a bigger, more experienced heavyweight.
Saw the game plan from both guys from round 1. Jake was very mobile. I mean, he had the happy feet going. He was circling around the outside of the ring. He was not looking to engage in elongated combinations. He was not looking to stand in the center of the ring with AJ, and people are going to say Jake ran from AJ, and you're right. Because guess why? He absolutely had to. Again, talked about this in the build-up to the fight. He had to be mobile. He had to be on his bike. So yes, you're justified in saying Jake ran from him because he had to. He had to. And anybody that convinced themselves that Jake was going to walk to the center of the ring, stand in the phone booth with AJ, and trade punches until someone laid flat, you were lying to yourself, or you convinced yourself of something you saw in the promo. This was always going to be the way the fight went. I wasn't surprised at all that this is the way that Jake started and pretty much fought the entire time. I was a bit surprised that AJ didn't assert himself earlier. Now, again, it is very hard to hurt someone that doesn't want to engage in a continuous fight. Round 1, very much a feeling out process for AJ. Didn't really look like he did much, but Jake didn't either. There was one right hand that AJ landed in the first round that shook Jake up. That's the danger that was coming for Jake the entirety of the fight. The second and third rounds were pretty much the same, a bit of a mixed bag in terms Jake tried to get on his jab more. He did land some jabs that snapped the head back of AJ and landed some right hands, but this was all calculated risk for AJ as well, because he knew as long as he turned that faucet on and let the water run and let it fill up the sink and never turned the faucet off, that eventually he would drown Jake, right? So every round it was pressure, front foot, front foot, front foot, and AJ strategically breaking down Jake's gas tank. I will say I'm pretty let down by the fact that AJ didn't cut the ring. I was shocked that he didn't go to the body more. I was shocked that he didn't set up his punches more, didn't get his head off the center line more. It was not a great performance from AJ, but at the same time, AJ had just come off a loss. AJ had just come off surgery. I'm not making excuses, but it wasn't